Hey guys, so today I'm going to do a plan with me video, which is basically me just sitting down and working on next week's spread the way that I normally would, but you guys get to plan along with me. So I am going to be doing a February spread, but I think I want to do it more of a donut, purpley, teal themed. So I have a bunch of different supplies all around out of frame that you can't see, but I just want to know a few items in particular that I'm going to be using to help make this theme a reality. So the first one is this sticker set by Scribble Prints Co. Just a bunch of really cute different types of donuts. I am crazy about this set. When I saw it on her site, it's like I had to have it, and I knew that I wanted to base a weekly layout on this as well as some other donut stickers I have. I also have these ones that I got from Five Below. I obviously have used quite a few of them, but there's still a few left that I want to use. I also have this little strip of donuts that I sell in my shop. You get I think 16 or 12 of these. This is just a little sampler that I had that I will be using as well. And I also want to use these sticky notes that I got from the Target dollar spot. I searched for these like crazy. These were the ones that I wanted more than anything I've ever seen in the Target dollar spot, and I finally found them. So there's some donuts and some cupcakes, and this is just the general theme that I'll be doing, a little bit of both donuts and cupcakes. And I have these washi tapes with me as well. Not sure if I'm going to use them. Lately I haven't been using that much washi tape. Before my Erin Condren, I used it all the time. Tons of washi tape in my old planner, but I'm not really feeling it for the Erin Condren, but I brought them out anyways. So there's this scallop looking one, just a teal thin one, some cupcakes, and these donut ones. And I will link everything below in the description bar. Anything I talk about, any stickers that I use, I will try to find where I got them from and leave you guys a link. So that description bar is going to be seriously packed with a lot of really good information. I feel like this video is going to be a long one, so I'm just trying to get that stuff out of the way, and let's get into planning. So what I do with spreads that I haven't done yet is fill it with a bunch of sticky notes. This is how I plan ahead, but I don't like writing anything down until I do something like this where I sit down and actually plan it out. So everything is in sticky note form. So this spread I usually like to leave blank, but I have this weekend sticker up here because I took a photo of it for my blog shop, so I'm kind of like, dang it, I wish I would have just left it blank because I have other weekend stickers that I would have preferred for this layout, but we're just gonna have to make it work. So the first thing that I do when I start my planning layout is cover up the morning, day, and night stickers. I made myself a sheet of these, and it looks really, really gross now. It's all yellowed, but I made my own sheet of these stickers that say work, oh hello, and personal, and I put those on top of them. I have a bunch of different colors of these that I made. I have pink ones that I use for February normally, but I'm going to be using these teal ones that I think I used in January in order to cover those up. So I'm just gonna get to covering up every single spot. I do work on the top, personal in the middle, and oh hello on the bottom. And on the weekends, I just do personal at the top and leave the rest open, and then I end up just covering it up with stuff that I'm doing for the weekend. But I'm gonna get to that and speed it up a little bit so you're not really bored watching me do this, and then we'll get back to the fun stuff. Now that we have the headers changed, I think I'm going to start working on this bottom section. Usually I like to find a way to cover up the inspiration lists, etc. So I think I'm going to take some washi tape, probably the donut one because I'm so in love with them, and cover up that area. And then the next thing I'm going to do after that is take these half to-do list squares. These are actually going to be on sale in my shop, but I changed my mind with how I wanted them to look. I ended up making them look like this with lighter options. So this is basically just a throwaway sheet that I thought I would use for myself. And these are the April color scheme for the next month, but since I'm using a very similar color scheme in this week's spread, I thought I would use these. So I'm going to cover up the stuff and start using those to write in all of the information. Everything I keep down here is blog related or social media related. It's just a really good place to remind me what posts are coming up, what I need to Instagram, or any of that sort of information. So I'm going to get to covering everything up down here and writing this information down. I'm just going to take these purple ones and put them on the lines. I'm sure I could just easily write on the lines down there because the stickers don't really add any extra lines or do anything different, but I really like having the color at the bottom. It helps tie together whatever sort of spread I'm doing, but also helps to draw my attention downward so I don't forget all the information that I need down there. Then I'm just going to take my Sharpie pen and write on top of them because this pen works so well on these stickers. It's just amazing how easily it works. When I try to write near the coil, it's just basically damn near impossible, so I take the planner, flip it up, and it makes it a lot easier to get in there and write what you need to write. Usually I don't cover these two with stickers like the half to-do list, but I think this week I'm going to, just to see how I like it because I haven't done it yet. So I'm going to take the teal ones to help designate that this is the weekend, and I'm just going to add those in. The next step I do is take social media stickers like these ones and fill in below what ones are YouTube videos, because I usually post these YouTube videos on Thursdays. So I'm going to put one right there to designate that the planner, supplies, and organization is a YouTube video. And then I take the Instagram ones and put them on the entire bottom row, because this is where I write in the photos that I'm going to post on my Oh Hello Instagram from the products that I released the week before. So I just put them all along the bottom. And then I flip back to last week and look here to see which stickers I published. Usually I can remember what they are, but it's good to check back and see exactly what I need to write down. So I have date night and stitched flags, the March spread banners, to-do lists, and weekly hydrate. There's also a couple other ones, so I'm going to just write in which ones I want to promote on social media down below. Bottom row is done. I think I'm going to put what I always put on my sidebar over there. I like to use these weekly hydrate stickers. I really want to try and do better at drinking water, so I just put these over in the side. They fit perfectly, and they just were listed. By the time this video goes up, I don't think they were just listed, but they fit fantastically in the sidebar. It doesn't take up too much space because I don't really use this. So if you have any suggestions of what I should use it for, I would love to hear them, because I currently usually leave it blank or add like a sticky note or something on top of it. But I just throw that over there. And now I think I'm going to start on this general side and begin filling in the information. I really don't have a structure to this. I try to keep the theme in mind and use a bunch of different stickers to fill it in. I have these sets that are for the April like themed set, and I think I'll use a lot of these. These are the flags. These are like these little strip banners and full to-do lists. I think I'll use these a little bit throughout, as well as whatever else I have at hand. I'll explain it to you what it is if I decide to use something else, but I'm going to start up here in the top corner. For Monday and Tuesday at work, I have about 7 interviews for an assistant marketing person. So I really want to pay attention up here to who I'm interviewing at what time and stuff. It basically takes up my entire day. I think I'm going to take this cupcake washi tape, because I'm trying to use more washi tape in my spreads, and put it on the bottom of the 2 days to kind of like denote that these 2 days are spent in interviews. I think I'm going to be super unglamorous and just write them in. I can't think of anything else to do, because these flags, if I had to do 5 of them, because I have 5 interviews on Monday, these are just too big. So I think I'll just write them in with the time that they are. Nothing super pretty, but it's not going to be a pretty day, so that's how we're going to handle that situation. Since I'm doing my interviews at a coffee shop, I have these cute little like coffee cup stickers that I'm going to throw in the spread. I'm going to take a dark green banner, put it on the other side, and finish up with the other interviews that I have on Tuesday. On Tuesday, so I left some space just in case I have another meeting that comes up. But I'm going to add another coffee sticker just to create that uniform, so I know that Monday and Tuesday are interview days. Not like I'm gonna forget, because I'm actually really nervous about it, even though I'm the one doing the interviewing, but there you go. For Tuesday and Thursday, there is an event in the morning that happens both mornings, so I think I'm going to take another one of these banners. I'm kind of obsessed with them, obviously, and I'm just going to put it up at the top to kind of bridge the gap between the 2 days. That looks about good. Let's switch things up and take these adorable flags to fill in the rest of the activities for Thursday. I have an alumni meeting and a function after work that I'm going to go to and take photos at. things are reoccurring, so I don't write that much information in. Plus, I have a work calendar that I have to keep, so everybody in my office knows where I'm at and stuff. So I have all of the information on that. So this is just more of a reminder, like if I'm out and about, I can look to see when I need to be back or whatever, and what time it is, less about where it is and all of that information. So for light up the night, I want to do something a little bit cooler to kind of be like, yay, fun event happening, but I can't decide. I think I'm going to take one of the pink page flags. It kind of fits the theme, and I worked so hard to find these, so I thought I might as well just include those. These are not very sticky, so I just have a glue stick and I'm adding a little bit of glue to it on the side of my table where you can't see. Sorry about that, but you know how to apply glue to things. I think they're a little too long, so I'm gonna cut it down once I put it down. Let's flip it this way so the flags are going in a different direction. Paste it down. And then take my trusty scissors and cut off the excess. Gonna take some excess camera stickers that I have. I sell these in a set of different colors, but I particularly just like the black one, so I have this little strip. And add a camera to it so I know to bring my camera to the event and take photos. Cassidy is coming over on Monday night to have like a planning session with me. She just told me that she has her own Erin Condren at a event we were both at. She is in my sorority, and she is actually my family treat. So she told me at this event, she's like, I got an Erin Condren for Christmas, and I nearly died with excitement. So she's coming over on Monday, and we're gonna decorate and stuff and talk about planners. So I have these plan stickers, and I think I'm going to paste one down right over there, probably the pink one with the purple flag to note that she's coming over. We're gonna have the best time ever. When I do my layouts, I like to keep anything that I know I'm doing up at the top because I never know what else I want to fill in. So even though I probably know that nothing else is going to happen Monday night, I'd like to leave the space just in case. I can write like what we had for dinner or include any extra stuff that tends to pop up. So for Wednesday, I have class. So I added this little book sticker because I use it on every single weekly layout. If I turn back, you can see it there. It's just a really good way to remind me that I have grad school because I have class every other week, and then I have another online class. So it's really hard to remember. So I like to put book stickers on Wednesday, even if I don't have class, because there's usually stuff that is due. So I'm gonna just write in the books I gotta read and the information I gotta do. Right there. And then since it's on the coil, I like to flip it up so it's easier to write on. I'm gonna write in everything that is due. Let's move down to the oh hello section. This stuff changes a lot based on day-to-day activity. It really depends on if I have like a message from someone to do a custom order. There's a certain number of orders that have to go out. So it really varies, and I like to keep it as open as possible when I'm doing my initial planning because it does change a lot during the week. But there are a few things that happen fairly regularly, like this is the last day for the March subscription, but technically the March subscription is already sold out. So I think I'm still gonna include it in my planner decoration just so I remember that, oh, it's time to start working on the subscriptions and make sure that they are ready to go out for everyone by next week. More pink in the design because there are like cupcakes and stuff that I want to be using. So I'm going to use some of these pink like Valentine's-esque flags just because they have hearts and lips on them. Doesn't mean you can't use them all year round. So over here, I'm going to mark this giveaway I am doing on my lifestyle blog. I think by the time this goes up, the giveaway is over, but I still need to mark it because I'm in the now and not in the future. So mark the giveaway. So I just remembered that I should like tweet about it and Instagram about it on Oh Hello Stuff as well. Just for like a double reminder, I'm going to take an Instagram sticker just to keep me in the know of what I'm supposed to be doing. I tend to like to design kind of with too much detail, so when I do look at the planner, I'm like, oh, of course, I know I need to do that, but just in case I suddenly forget, I have it there for future me. Every Monday, Alex and I like to have a marketing meeting or a like planning meeting for Oh Hello. So I'm just going to mark it. For Tuesday, I know that I need to get a newsletter out and probably do a bunch of other stuff, so I'm just going to plan ahead and throw down one of these to-do lists. I think I want to do the purple one, but I'm going to check to see if I have... Oh, I don't have any February ones left because I'm trying to get a little more pink in the design, so I'll just use these. I think I'm going to do the dark purple one. No, let's do the light purple one. And put that in the spread. These fit really well in the boxes, and I love how they look. So on days where I don't have like any actual meetings or things that are a little more permanent like this stuff, they just work so well for to-do lists. Right now, all I have is the newsletter, so I'm just gonna throw that on top. All right, so we're at the final stretch, and as you can see, it's not very busy. When I do my initial spreads, they are kind of pretty blank. But let's finish up the weekend. On the weekends, I like to film videos, work on blog photos, and all of that sort of stuff. So I'm going to, I think, take more of these flags, the pink ones, to add a little more pink over there. Actually, I have an idea for Wednesday. So let's go back to Wednesday work square. I have an idea for that. Adding some glue to the flag just so it stays down. And I'm going to pop this guy down like that. Kind of like a to-do list sort of jazzy thing. The bottom is being a little stubborn. That's the only complaint I have about these flags, and everybody I feel like knows that they're crappy, but we still go nuts about them. So there you go. All right, back on point. Let's get over here and work on this stuff. I always need a to-do list over in this area. So I think I'm going to throw a teal one for Sunday and cover up the day little heading. Let's just put these two on that because I tend to view Saturday and Sunday very much the same day in my mind of to-do lists. So if I have stuff I gotta do this weekend, I consider either day an option to do it, and just depending on how I feel, I'll get it done either day. So I'm just gonna throw this over here. I'm sure other stuff will come when the need arises. So this is kind of it for next week. I realize it's quite sparse, so I made these little cutouts of the sticky notes that I was talking about earlier because they haven't come into play yet. So I made little squares that fit in the little boxes, and I'm just going to put them, I think one over here, maybe this one over here, like that. And this one right here, just to add a little bit of extra something to the spread. So these are obviously the sticky notes, but they're not that sticky because everything from the Target dollar spot is the cutest thing you've ever seen, but terrible at being sticky. So I'm just gonna add some glue. Hope this is where I said I was gonna put it, because this is where I'm gonna put it. And paste it down. These work really well because I could like write a to-do list on them, or they're just really good filler space on weeks where you don't have that much to do. And it adds a lot more theme to it. So at this point, I'm gonna bring in the stickers that I was talking about at the beginning. I bet you're like, it's been how many minutes and she hasn't even talked about the donut stuff. So I have all these stickers and I'm going to use them to make this spread look awesome. So these aren't peeling up. I haven't checked them yet, and I don't think, oh, a couple have cut through, but they haven't cut through all the way. So I'm gonna have to contact her and let her know this happens. Just wish it didn't happen in the video because this is awkward, but this does happen occasionally to like my orders and stuff, like the ones that I make, but they just, you can't peel them up. So they're kind of just stuck there. So I'll have to contact her, let her know, but I'm really bummed because I was so excited to use these and now they won't work. So I think I'll just rely more on the other 2 sheets that I have and deal with that situation later. Yikes. But we're gonna keep going and keep adding stickers and stuff. I try to not go too heavy on the stickers at this point in the day or in the planning because you never know, I might suddenly find myself super busy the rest of the week and need that space. So I'm just gonna do a little bit more and then call it quits. All right, there you have it. That is how I plan. Thank you guys so much for planning with me. Let me know in the comments below if you want to see more videos like this, and definitely give this video a like if you enjoyed it. I think I want to do them every couple of weeks or so just to show you guys what I'm doing and how I'm using stickers and washi tape to decorate my planner. So yeah, just definitely let me know if you want to see more or if there are any particular spreads you'd like to see, themed spreads or whatever. I'll definitely do those. And if you're interested in seeing like how I would decorate a March like monthly spread. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Check out the comment or the description bar below for any information, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!